up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's up, people? It's me, El Teddy 27. And this is another retro review. This is going to be our review for A Different World, Season 2, Episode 6. If you like Pilgrim Coladas. So, we start off down to the Peach Pit. Not Peach Pit, the Pit. Peach Pit was what show? 90210? I don't remember. But we down to the Pit. Walter is talking to Mr. Gaines about how many of the guys gonna stay home for Thanksgiving. Jaleesa comes in, she talks to him about the same thing. So then Jaleesa is talking to Walter about the fact that Walter is supposed to drive her to New York to be with her family and be with her boyfriend Eric. Mr. Gaines over here is like, that's what we doing nowadays? You driving the girl you like to go see the nigga that she with? Like, nah, we don't do that. I'm with Mr. Gaines on that, honey. If you would have had to punch it on the bus. Anyway, Jaleesa don't know how many of the girls stand either. And that is kind of important because there are students sometimes in college that can't go home. So they do have to make accommodations for those students that can't go home for Thanksgiving for whatever reason. But it is lonely. I've been stuck when I was in undergrad. I think one year I was... Did I stay 1 year? I think 1 year I did stay in Tallahassee for Thanksgiving. And it's very lonely because everybody's gone. Anyway, Dwayne comes in. Dwayne says he ain't got no money to get home on the bus. Walter gives him the bus money and says, but your mom gonna have to pay for you to get back. Freddie, we then back down to the dorm, and Freddie comes back in with her bags and says she ain't make it on the plane. She hadn't got her standby. Y'all know how the standby tickets is. So good. With the standby tickets, you basically at the mercy of the airlines. Maybe if they can't fit you on that plane, wait till the next one. Wait till the next one. You'll be waiting there 2 days if you have to. They don't care. Anyway, she done came back to the dorm. She's sad because she can't make it home. So Jaleesa says, why don't you come home with me? You can meet Eric and so forth and so on. So she agrees to go home with Jaleesa. She go downstairs. So Walter's and tells Walter that Freddie's coming with us, and Walter's real upset. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Dwayne done learned that all of the bus tickets are sold out. All of the buses are full. He don't have no way to get home. So Walter ends up having to drive Jaleesa, Freddie, and Dwayne in his car to New York. A mess. A damn mess. After everyone leaves, Kim and Whitley are down in the room. And Kim is boohoo crying. Boohoo crying. Because she can't go home. She's talking all about what usually happens at home with her dad and her mom. And she's crying. Whitley was like, girl, get over it. We're going to have to find us something to do. We're going to go to the Pit. We're going to eat Mr. Gaines' food. And we're going to have a good time. So then they come up with this plan because Kim says she has a fake ID. No, we're going to go to this nice restaurant. And we're going to have some drinks with our fake ID. And we're going to have a good time. So Whitley says, okay. Now, you got to understand why Kim is crying so much. As a freshman, if you came during the fall and not during the summer, let's say you started off regular freshman in the fall. For a lot of freshmen, that's the first time you've gotten to go home since you left. And so you are a little homesick there. A lot of freshmen end up being a lot homesick. Not only are you missing your family, all your friends that went off to school come back home during Thanksgiving at the same time too. So you don't miss the opportunity to hang out with all your friends and all of that good stuff. And you know, you do kind of miss not going home for Thanksgiving, especially when you're a freshman. But so I understand her crying. I ain't crying like that, but whatever. So they go down to the restaurant, and the waiter sees Kim's fake ID, and he offers them Pilgrim Coladas. They got this live band at the restaurant. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Because there's this Hispanic guy that's the singer. Wasn't that the guy from New York Undercover? The singer in the band? I don't know. It looked like the guy from New York Undercover. The Hispanic guy, the Latin guy. Anyway, Whitley done got drunk and done took over the band. She's singing, dancing, singing all through the restaurant, dancing. She is putting on a whole show. Okay, a whole show. I mean, quiet as it's kept, Jasmine Guy, you got to remember, back in those days, was a triple threat. She could sing, she could dance, and she could act. So she was really a triple threat. I mean, y'all can go see her in School Days. I mean, anyway, what? Where am I at? Oh, so after that, she done took over. She dancing all over the place. Okay. She done got on top of the bar, dancing all over the bar. Meanwhile, in the crowd, Kim spots Colonel Taylor in the crowd, sees him, and is trying to get Willie's attention because she like, whore, we gotta go, or we gonna get caught by Colonel Taylor. Baby, Whitley finally sees him and tries to get out of that, and this dude was like, nah, this big dude was like, nah, you can't go nowhere, you got one more. Excuse me. He was like, nah, you can't leave. You got one more song to do. And she was trying to get away. He wouldn't let her go. So Colonel Taylor comes and, you know, he saves the day, roughs up the guy a little bit, and lets Whitley and Kim leave. And they leave and they drive back to the dorm. And they're trying to avoid Colonel Taylor. Colonel Taylor comes right to the dorm. And, you know, he basically tells Whitley, all that carrying on you was doing, it wasn't no liquor in that Pilgrim Colada. That was straight from the children's menu. She don't believe it because she was acting like she was drunk. Excuse me. Kim got her fake ID snatched by Colonel Taylor. Letty ended up coming home early, coming back to the dorm early. He did right. He didn't tell Letty what happened. He didn't tell Letty all that went out. He kept it to himself. And he didn't tell about the fake ID or that they went to this restaurant, which was good. On this road trip back to Hillman, Walter is driving. Jaleesa is in the front seat, passenger seat. Freddie and Dwayne is in the back seat acting like they sleep. So Jaleesa tells Walter that she broke up with the boyfriend. You know, just the whole long distance wasn't working for her. And so Walter says, trust me, you'll be just fine. And then Jaleesa's like, did y'all hear that back there? Because y'all ain't sleep. And they was like, yeah, we heard it because you know they was going to spread that all over the place. And it goes off from there. It was real cute or whatever. But it did bring back home the remembrance of, I remember I did stay in Tallahassee one time for Thanksgiving. It was lonely. I never stayed there during spring break. Always went away for spring break though. Anyway, that was the whole episode, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I've been loving these retro reviews. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.